Now listen guys, the technology in Africa is growing so fast that international companies are rushing to Africa just to get a glimpse of what is happening in Africa, and they want to grab this technological gold in Africa. Now what is happening in Africa? A lot of startups are projected to grow in 2026 and 2027 in Africa than any part of the world. So what is just happening now? African people have had the idea and the knowledge of working for international companies, but now these African guys are coming back to Africa so that they can build their products in Africa and sell them in the African market, because that's in a possibility of the technology rising in Africa. So what just happened in the world of technology in Africa? In this episode, I'll be telling you how startups are catching up the African continent and why people are rushing to Africa just to be part of the technological journey that is happening in Africa. So stay tuned in this episode so that you can learn more about how you can also start your own startup in Africa, especially the technology startup that you have in your mind, whether you know how to program or whether you don't know how to program, whether you have capital or whether you don't have capital, because I'll be teaching you how to get yourself up and ready to run a startup in Africa. So if you want to be part of the journey in Africa, so listen to this episode. Now listen to these statistics. 70% of the projected world startups that are going to happen will be happening in the third world countries, meaning the developing countries, kind of. Now, out of the 70%, 30% are projected to happen in Africa. Now, in Africa, that are projected to happen in countries such as Kenya, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, and South Africa. Now, if you want to be part of this technological journey, you can also be part of these countries: Nigeria, Morocco, Libya, Ghana, Kenya. These are the technological booming countries in Africa. And if you want to be part of the countries, then you have to start as early as possible, as early as now, to invest in these countries. Don't just sit there. Now get some cash, get some money, get a laptop, get a phone, get a computer, and start investing in these countries. It is also projected that more than 50% of the startups have a higher rate or higher success rate, because it is said that a lot of people in Africa are choosing to use African products as compared to international products. Now, most of the companies or most of the products that are hitting in Africa are artificial intelligence, buy and sell, and also machine learning. So you can feel that, you can hear that, and you can see that Africa is on a projected way to grow as much as possible. Now, what are you supposed to do? The first thing, you're supposed to have capital. At least look for some money for you to get into this market, in this African technology market, so that you can be part of the group that is projected to be the next pioneer of the African technology. Now, another thing, have a purpose, have a way, and have a start. So what do they mean? Make sure that you have a good idea of what you want to make. Make sure that your product will get a higher accessibility rate in Africa and a higher appealing rate to its clients and its customers. So if you're planning to get in the African market, make sure that you do follow that, and also make sure that you be part of the group that is making it in the African technology. Thank you.